Photography, no video, and we will open with a overview from Coach Van Horn.
Well, I thought, on our side, Casey Murphy got us off to a great start. He worked his way out of a jam in the first and then had a couple of pretty good innings. That's a really good offense he had to try to get through. And, I think it looked like to me he just kind of ran out of gas there in the fifth. He threw like 6 pitches in a row, chest high or higher, and that's not him. And just felt like we should go to Barrett. Barrett's done really well down the stretch for us, and he came in and slowed him down a little bit for a few innings. And then obviously Cronin came in and got a big out there in the 8th, and then the 9th we had some problems. Kind of knew they wouldn't go away. Just too good a club and too offensive, and feel fortunate to get out of there. At this time of the year, we always talk about it. You have to be a little bit lucky. In the first inning, we had 2 players run into each other, cost them 2 runs. But we set that inning up pretty good, and then 3 and 4 hole didn't make contact, and then we got a big break there. So again, it's you got to have some things go your way. We had a couple things go our way. Then we swung the bats pretty well after that, and got a couple big hits with 2 outs, a couple of home runs to kind of keep adding to that lead, and just pretty good job up and down our lineup.
Okay, we'll have questions for the student athletes, and we'll start with Mitch back here.
Mitch Sherman, ESPN.com. Dominic and Jared, the contagious nature of your hitting, maybe here and certainly throughout this season, can you guys comment on that and just what it's like to hit in this lineup?
Dominic, you start, please.
Yeah, obviously it's one of the best lineups in the country, and you see guys around you doing well, you want to do well, so it's kind of competitive between all of us. Everyone wants to do well and help the team win.
Jared?
Yeah, what Dom was saying, we got a lot of good hitters in our lineup, so we just kind of feed off of each other. It all starts with Eric Cole. He's been getting us started every time. It seems like he's getting on base, so just kind of takes a little pressure off us when Eric's hitting a leadoff double or leadoff single, working a good at bat. We kind of see what the guy's got, so it's good to have good hitters all around you.
Okay, Teddy.
Teddy Cahill, Baseball America. Dominic, just from where you started the year to where you are now, just what do you feel like the difference has been as you've improved throughout the season?
Just sticking with the approach, not trying to do too much, staying back, just a couple different things in my swing, but mostly just being relaxed up there and not getting too jumpy, not trying to do too much.
Okay, Blair.
Blair Kirchhoff with the Kansas City Star. Jared, could you just take us through the home run? What did you see, and did it feel good coming off the bat?
Yeah, so I was on a first pitch fastball and I just missed it. And so I really didn't know what I was expecting, and then he threw a changeup and I honestly capped it, and I don't know how it got out, but I'm glad it did.
Andrew Hutchison with Arkansas Rivals. Barrett, I'm sorry if you already been asked this, but what did you have working for you today? And then also, this is your second really good outing against Texas Tech. What is it about pitching against Texas Tech that brings it out of you?
Yeah, obviously the first outing I had against Texas Tech earlier in the year, it went well. I think I just stuck to my own game plan the first time out there, and I felt good. I remember I was well rested. I had curveball, changeup, fastball working that day. And then today I knew I had past success against them, and I didn't necessarily try to repeat what I did last time, but I knew that I could get them out, and that gave me confidence to go out there and execute my game plan.
Okay, Teddy.
Dominic, on your home run, just have you hit a ball like that? And knowing this park and right field, I mean, just where did you think it had a chance to be anything like that?
That's it's about as far as I can hit one. Probably as far as I've ever hit one. But I think I tried to bunt on a 0-1 pitch and bunted it foul, and then was just trying to battle and put a ball in play somewhere. Fouled off a couple pitches and was seeing it well, and then he left a fastball in the middle of the plate.
Sure did. Next question. Anything else for the student athletes now? Guys? Oh, yeah, yeah. It'll be in the notes, okay. Guys, thank you. We'll see you Friday.
See you.
Congratulations.
I can tell you exactly what he said if you want to know.
Okay, questions for Dave?
Kendall Rogers, D1 Baseball. Dave, Jared's kind of come up with some big hits for you guys for about the last month of the season. What did you kind of see from him that you kind of felt like he's one of those guys that kind of interjects some energy into the lineup over the last month?
Well, I've talked about it a few times down the stretch here because obviously he's been in the lineup. And, you know, if you start at the beginning of the season, Jared was our starting first baseman. Swinging the bat extremely well. Went to California, played in a tournament. He hit a home run or two and hit another ball I remember he hit it at like 10 o'clock at night at San Diego State. We thought it was way out. And the old Marine layer got a hold of it and dropped it right there in the back of the warning track. And, you know, he just, then he pulls a hamstring. He's in and out of the lineup. We start platooning over there, and it's just not going good for him. But he started swinging the bat really well in batting practice, I'd say mid-April. Really wasn't going into the game, still splitting him a little bit. And then, you know, once we got to the SEC tournament, that's when I had to talk with him. I said, hey, man, you know, you're just the gist of it. You don't have to worry about checking the lineup every day. I'm going to play you the rest of the year. And he's just kind of kept going, you know. He's done well. So he's been, like I said, I think I said this the other day, he lengthens our lineup with a threat of driving a run in or hitting a home run, and he's just been a tough out against right and left-handed pitching.
Teddy?
Dave, just what have you seen from Dominic over the development? Like, he got off to such a poor start. The way he's swinging the bat now, what's allowed him to turn that around?
Well, in the fall, we didn't get him out. And I thought, man, this kid has made that Benintendi type jump because Andrew from one year to the next was incredible. And he had come off a good summer. His team had just won the California League playoffs. I think he was MVP of the series. Comes in. We don't get him out all fall, really. What I saw from him at the beginning of the spring is he was trying to hit the ball 500 feet. And I'll tell you, the very first weekend in 3-game series, I bet he hit 7 balls, 390 foul. And then he didn't do anything. I mean, he hit one. We have a shed down there where they store everything. He hit it over that. And it's like he was pulling off, just trying to do too much. We go to California. He's got all his family there and friends. It doesn't get any better. And then he slowly climbs out of it, a little here, a little there. And, you know, down the stretch, the last 45 days, he's been pretty good. Now, he'll have a game where it doesn't look good, and then he'll have a game like today, and he'll hit 3 balls on the screws or 4. And, you know, when you asked him if he's ever hit a ball that far, I've seen him hit many balls that far, but maybe not fair. And I think that's what the chuckle was. So, yeah, he did. He's relaxed. He realized he doesn't have to do it all by himself. He doesn't have to hit 20 home runs as a sophomore. Just hit. And he's gone from hitting 190 to 3-something now, and really helping us out.
Okay, we're here.
Hey, Dave. Tom Murphy, Arkansas Democrat Gazette. Can you speak to the importance of being in the winner's bracket final here and what it might do for your pitching and just being in the spot that you're in now?
Well, it's just like I told the team, been here before and didn't go very good. We haven't really done anything yet. We're 2-0. It's a great feeling. What it gets us a day off so you can rest some guys. You know, and maybe that's it. You rest a couple of guys when they have to throw a couple of guys. Other than that, you know, it's like I told them, it's like being in a regional and being 2-0. You still haven't won the regional. It doesn't really matter yet. You still got work to do. So, but I mean, what it does for you, it gives you a day off and it gives you a chance to rest some guys and, you know, regroup a little bit.
And your pitching situation, like Isaiah for game.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say as of right now, I'd say Isaiah will be going. Isaiah Campbell will be going game 3.
Okay. Tom, another one.
Any concerns about Cronin? I know maybe he hadn't pitched in a week or 8 days.
Yeah.
Just what you thought of his outing.
Well, I thought he came in and did really well getting that last out in the 8th, and you know got ahead of a couple of guys. I think 0-2, and one slap one's the other way, and one slaps one the other way. You know, I mean, what do you do? You know, the breaking ball to the lefty was an 0-2 pitch. I wish he'd have buried it. I think he'd have got a strikeout, but he left it in the zone. it's kind of like, oh, it's a breaking ball, and he just swung at it and did a really nice job of hitting it down the third base line. You know, the way I look at it, I think he's a little rusty, you know, and that's what I told him after the game, that, you know, you got to throw a few more pitches. I have a day off tomorrow and be ready to go on Friday, but, you know, maybe you need some work.
You probably touched on this in your opening, but Barrett Lowski's outing, what you thought of it, and he had some strikeouts in the previous game against him too.
Yeah, and we talked about that, that, you know, he came in, Murphy threw the ball well. I mean, he got 7 strikeouts against a pretty darn good hitting team, and Lowski came in and gave us, you know, some quality innings and up to 40, 41 pitches, and then he got us to Cronin, and that was our plan. If we could do that, you know, then, you know, we knew we were going to have a chance to win, whether we were up 1 or tied or whatever. And so, you know, Lowski, he just did a great job.
Okay, Tom? Okay, back over here.
Hey, Coach, Eric Sullivan, 103.7 The Buzz. You're up 5-2. You get the first 2 runners on. Wanted to bunt and all that, but in the end, you did get 2 more runs. How big was that?
They were huge. But we talked about that after the game, too, that, you know, we got a big 2-out hit from Jax Biggers that punched in that 5th run, I think. And, you know, for Dominic to come through and drive in a couple runs or a run there, and Shaddy to come through and drive in another run, you know, obviously we needed those runs. You know, we knew the game wasn't over. You know, there's swings left. The wind's blowing out. The air's thin. You know, Gates hits one off the end of the bat out front, but with extension, and he's strong, and he backspun one into the bullpen. So, you know, Fletcher hit one, I don't know, 400-some feet, and he hit it good, but you could just tell that the ballpark was playing a lot smaller, and those runs were big.
Okay, any more questions for Dave? Yeah, in the back, Matt.
Dave, relative to how Texas Tech's averages look, you guys have been able to hold them down a couple of times this year offensively. Just what are your thoughts about those 2 games, and were you able to take anything out of that first game today?
Well, you know, I mean, obviously the first game you have success against him, so, you know, you probably need to talk to Coach Johnson a little more about that than me. You know, he had a pitching plan and, you know, went over it with Grant, and I think they executed it together. You know, they both called the pitches together, and I kind of just listened in a little bit, and if I needed to make a suggestion every now and then, I do, but it's very rare. So they're the ones who did it, you know. And again, you know, I just thought Murphy came out and gave us a great start and gave us a lot of confidence and gave us a chance to build up a lead. And anytime you play with a lead, the other team, it's not as easy, obviously. Sometimes they try to do too much, and you know, other than that, definitely the first game helped us pitch against them today.
Okay, now, any more questions? Dave, thank you. Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
I think with the delays, you don't.
Yeah, we've been here a lot.